enough, free market. If you need more money, you know, a lot of the franchises, if you think about a franchise, it's all based on trademarks and reputation. So,
one thing is, I know it used to be, and I know this new law is a big game changer, the way I think about patents, because I like doing the writing down and developing, because I tend to think difficult things, and it takes me 2 or 3 years to really get the thing developed, you know, and I have an idea right now. I know it's going to take me 3 years before I get to the market. And so before, I like the old patent in that way because you didn't have your clock ticking.
right.
But now my thinking is totally different now because I have no protection, and some other guy can think of it tomorrow. And so even though I wrote yesterday when I started the process of this idea, so now you're more thinking about doing patents by your mind, and because and maybe you make changes, which you can always patent improvements upon your own patent.
Right.
It's separate if they won't allow you in. It costs you more money because of additional fees every year. But one thing I wanted to bring out is it used to be that when you brought something public, like I got brought the bail ban out public, and I got the patent, and I had 12 months to get a U.S. patent. But with the new law, that's foolish because it's first to file. But when you did that, you automatically eliminated any chance of international patent as soon as you brought it public.
Right.
You could do it within the United States. So now explain, because a lot of people don't realize if you want to do an international patent, what's the trigger? I mean, you would file a provisional patent application.
If you want to file internationally, you need to file a provisional patent application.
And can you bring it out public then?
Well, because that worldwide establishes your date that you invented it. And so now you can market it, you can test market it, whatever, you can publish it, and the foreign patent offices will still let you get the patent.
We still have to pay fees every year too for that, for every so
Well, once you receive patent, but then you got 12 months, and you want to not wait till the last time.
Don't wait till the last second. We learned that.
But isn't there an extension on the international? I mean, once you file for your patent in the U.S., then you got there's a time frame too where you go on to do international.
You really need to file it all at the same time. Basically, the minute you published it or filed your provisional, you have 1 year to file both your U.S. and international patent applications. So that's why I just try to get my clients thinking we've got 1 year, okay, and we need to start working on the big patents, the big applications at least a month or so in advance of that deadline, because it takes a while to write them up. And then you can only file the non-provisional on whatever you disclosed in that provisional patent application. So that's why you want to come up with every idea, drawing you can think of and submit, even if some of them are a little harebrained.
When is the provisional available, say, to the public, that they can see it? You file a provisional, and you file your application within 12 months. When is it public that they can see that you've done it? When is the access? Because, and the reason I say that is because if you're developing more ideas off of that idea, as soon as they see that, I mean, if they think it's a good idea, then they're going to be thinking, well, how can I'm standing on that top of the ladder run now, how can I take that to new ideas? When is it that the people outside of the patent office see that
You mean when is the provisional application published?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. I'll have to look that up. That's a good question. They do publish it then, and it's I want to say 90 days or something like that, but I'll have to check on that. Then that is one. There's a price to be paid whenever you file for patent. Is that in return for the potential of getting a monopoly for a limited period, they will publish it worldwide, and then when we file new patents, that's what we look at. A lot of the prior art that I cite is stuff that hasn't issued as a patent yet. It's still a patent application, but it's available, you can read it, and,
If you file amended, let's say amended drawings on a provisional, does that stop that window of time, or is it just when the first filing?
If you file a provisional and then you come up with improvements or new
Right.
drawings,
Right.
you lose that initial date unless you,
Of the first filing?
yeah, the first filing. Now your new date is the date of your new drawings. Now, if no one else has filed between that time frame, you're still in good shape. But if somebody has on your improvement, then you're not the first to invent. It's a little tricky, but
So would it be better to file a separate patent as opposed to a change?
that would, I'd say, discuss it with your patent attorney or agent and say, well, this is how much claim coverage we can get on this improvement. So it's a trade-off, and you have to look at it from a business standpoint. Well, this is a key improvement. I mean, what we filed originally really won't work unless you do it. Well, then, you might want to consider filing a separate patent just on that idea.
So your clock doesn't start until then.
Yeah.
Right.
The reason I filed amended was trying to see if the product, if there's really a market for it, and try to extend that. And every once in a while, I've just changed some little thing on it, some bracket or whatever, and then amended
Right.
the filings and to try to see if there's a market out there, or if I'm just wasting my time. And if it, falls flat on its face, just let it run its course and go home.
Right. And you'll see a lot of patents where it's based on an application filed here, further amended here. Yeah, and you'll see multiple applications listed on an issued patent. You can follow the trail. And so every case, it's a business decision. Well, is it worth it or not? And of course, the patent attorney said, hey,
Yeah.
let's
Come on
keep
down.
filing,
Come
keep
on
it
down.
going. And I mean, these guys, someday I may raise my fees up to what they make, but not yet. But yeah, I tell you what, it's fun working intellectual property. I enjoy working with inventors and small business owners. Some of the other nuances of being a great inventor, and this is not always true, but I found you have to be a little crazy to be a good inventor. You have to be, inventors think outside the box. Right. Owen's a good
Does
example.
that mean we go to Taco Bell's or?
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
He's a little crazy.
Now, Mike, do you have some contact information for us, business cards or anything?
Yeah, I do. I have business cards. If anybody would like to call me, and if you have an idea that you want to, discuss, I can send you a non-disclosure agreement. We can meet over, a burger or whatever.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And this is actually the firm that I work at during the day. So if you need any facilities designed or built, call me for that during the day. Otherwise, call my mobile number.
And you're licensed in Illinois, right?
Yeah,
Oh, must be.
that's my personal cell phone, so it's not a company asset. And
Sir?
Would you like one?
yeah, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
And likewise, if anybody in the business